I'm Cheryl Duffy from the Divorce Centre. I'm a divorce coach, family dispute resolution practitioner, NMAS Mediator and parenting coordinator. And I help a lot of families who are going through separation and divorce to help them with the emotional support through communicating, helping them communicate effectively with their ex, and also making sure that they're able to negotiate calmly. It's so important when separation and divorce is one of the most emotionally charged situations that you may find yourself in your life. So I want to talk to you about walking alongside the tiger. So it's about making sure that you're not prodding and poking and provoking that tiger. You might find that every time you try to communicate about parenting, shared parenting, property negotiations, it always ends up in high conflict because you just cannot communicate together. It might be a case of every time you are trying to approach your ex, it's like approaching a tiger because you don't know when they're going to pounce on you next. You don't know whether you're going to get attacked and get your eyes scratched out. So it's really about trying to remain as calm as possible. You don't want to be raising your voice. You don't want to be making your demands of what you think you're entitled to. What you want to do is try to talk in a business-like fashion so that it's like being business partners now, not partners. So you want to be able to keep the conversation very calm, to the point. You want to remove all emotion, and you want to be able to consider that your children are your business, and your business goals are to be able to negotiate to have your children be having two loving homes that they can thrive in. Now, it's really important to make sure that when you're trying to negotiate with your ex, that you're basically enabling that communication to occur through the help of having professionals helping you. Because I find too often that people try to negotiate, and if they're having a lot of resistance, their ex maybe not even want to talk about anything to do with the kids or the property, and therefore you may become very frustrated, feeling hopeless and helpless, that you can't actually, progress this any further. And you may even be having loss of access to your children. So it's really difficult for you to be able to manage those emotions on your own, because obviously anyone that can't see their children are going to be very fraught with distraught that they're really wanting to see their kids, and with all this uncertainty, they just don't know when that's going to happen, and their emotions can take over, and then they can be just prodding that tiger to be attacking even more. So you might be waiting for that next time that you're going to be under attack. You might be walking on eggshells. You might be feeling that you're going to be sort of, even if you raise your voice, that it's going to startle that tiger and make them attack you once more. So it's about making sure that you can remain calm, keep your emotions in check, making sure you don't buy into drama, making sure you know your hot buttons. What are the things that could be triggering you when you are talking about trying to negotiate? There are things that could be making you feel, every time you have a conversation, there are key issues that are triggering you into feeling very agitated or frustrated. And therefore, you've got to understand, what are those warning signs that you get? Whether you get sweaty palms, you grit your teeth, or you could get your stomach in a knot. So you're not in the right mindset to be able to negotiate anyway when you're having those feelings, when you're really tense, trying to negotiate with someone that just doesn't want to negotiate with you, and finding it that it's very hard to communicate with each other. So it's really important to be able to have someone that can help you. Like, I'm a divorce coach, mediator, and be able to have the support and the help to negotiate in a calm fashion so that you're able then to progress things forward without it escalating. The last thing you want to do is create some conflict that is going to have you being accused of emotional abuse, coercive control, harassment, when all you're trying to do is try and get these things resolved. You just want to see your kids, or you just want to get the property settlement done because you might be paying rent somewhere and you might be also paying the mortgage. So it's a very stressful situation, but you want to be able to have it under control. So what we need to do is make sure that you are equipped with being empowered, as opposed to feeling that you're in this state of panic, chaos, and trying to get things done on your own. So you might be having situations where, your parenting capability is being questioned. You might not be able to have access to the children. You might be feeling that you're not having any autonomy on any of the decision making or any input into the decision making, that you feel that you haven't got any say in anything that's going on. So it's really important to make sure that you step back and be able to get the help you need to help you get through this, where you will need to be able to have those emotions managed, the communication supported, so you are able to communicate effectively and calmly to avoid having that escalation. It's really important to also have the support groups around you that are going to help you through this. So it's not just having the professionals like myself helping you through this, but you also have support groups like Parents Beyond Breakup, who are amazing, who provide free support groups called Mums in Distress and Dads in Distress. And you can go to those groups and be supported in a safe environment, able to sort of talk through your experiences, your challenges, and be able to gain some support from people going through a similar experience. There's also Facebook groups, divorce Facebook groups that can help you, family law Facebook groups, so you can gain some information and support there also. But it's also having support around you, as in family and friends. Now, it's really important, though, to make sure the people you have around you are positive and helping you be constructive and being future focused. It's no good having people who are fueling your anger. So choose wisely who you're going to have as your support people. There's also self-sabotage that you need to be very, very careful of. Sometimes when we're very emotional, feeling helpless, that you just don't know what to do, you can turn to coping mechanisms. That can be drinking, gambling, drugs. It can be comfort eating. Mine was chocolate. So it's really important to make sure you're looking after yourself. So that's self-care, in making sure you're having a healthy lifestyle, making sure you're getting enough sleep, and making sure you have enough exercise to get rid of some of that adrenaline that's been sort of pent up because you're so frustrated with the challenges that you're going through. It's also important to make sure that you have those professionals in your life helping you. Now, divorce coaching and mediation are those early resources that you need to help you prepare and be able to reach those agreements. Obviously, if it needs to go down the legal path, which, you want to have that as your last resort, or else it's going to be very costly for you. So it's really, really important just to make sure that you are going through ensuring that you are calm, managing your emotions, and being able to make sure that you have the supports in place. So I hope that's helped you in understanding how to try to stay calm so that you're able to then move forward to get your agreements in place, get your new family structure in place so that you can then work through and get to the other side and rebuild your life.